Hey, how's it going? Nat here. Let's see what's making news. There's been a bit of drama over in South Korea where martial law was declared and then undeclared. Here's Justina to fill us in.
Imagine you're just about to go to bed and this happens.
I hereby declare an emergency martial law.
And then you wake up in the morning and this has happened.
I will accept the National Assembly's demand and lift martial law.
Confusing? Yeah, it is a bit.
See, martial law is something countries can sometimes use in an emergency. It lets the military temporarily take control of the country, so it's a really big deal.
I was about to go to bed and watching news on YouTube. I thought this was a joke. Then it turned out to be true that he declared martial law. I got so worried.
South Korean President Yoon Yeol said he was doing it because South Korea was under threat of anti-state forces that were working with North Korea.
And a bit of background, South Korea and its neighbour North Korea have a long history of conflict.
Except there's no actual evidence that what the president said was true, and soon afterwards the parliament voted to reject the move.
Martial law troops have been withdrawn.
By that stage, police and military had tried to enter parliament. There were protests on the streets and a lot of angry and confused people.
This should never happen. It feels like we are returning to the era of dictatorship.
자리에서 내려와야 합니다.
He should step down. Resign immediately. This is the mandate of the people.
If you had $500,000, would you be spending it on an 80-year-old hat? Well, someone just did at an auction in Sydney, although it wasn't just any old cap. This one was worn by Sir Donald Bradman during the 1947-48 series against India, when he scored his 100th century. He's the only Aussie who's ever managed that in first-class cricket, and it's one of the reasons why he's remembered as one of the GOATs, if not the GOAT. And it's why someone thought his baggy green was worth $479,900. How's that? There's some bad news for you matcha lovers out there. Turns out we love matcha so much that the world seems to be running out of it. Here's Ren.
Okay, so are you guys matcha fans?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really like matcha.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. That's like my favourite drink of all time.
Yeah, this green beverageino is popular. So popular, in fact, that we're now facing a global matcha shortage. For those of you not in the know, matcha is a finely ground powder of green tea leaves that's made from the Camellia sinensis plant. It's been popular in Japan and China for centuries, where most of it is still grown. But farming matcha isn't easy, and there's not a whole lot of it. Which wasn't a problem until social media came along.
Okay, so my new obsession is the frothiest matcha. It's not that you don't like matcha, you're just making it wrong.
All over my Instagram, 100%, like, oh, come get matcha with me.
I feel like it's a bit trendy.
Crazy trend nowadays. Definitely kind of a whole aesthetic kind of associated with it now.
Matcha suppliers have now limited the amount that organisations, cafes and people can order, so we don't completely run out. But in good news, it looks like Japan will be growing more matcha in the new year. So guys, we don't have to say goodbye. Yay!
Well, now it's time to go stargazing, because these next stories, they're all stars. First up to Japan, where a basketball star is born, or rather it's been manufactured. Anyway, Toyota's Q6 robot has just set a new world record for the farthest basketball shot by a humanoid robot. It tossed the ball 24.55 metres from one side of the court to the other. Now to the greatest pop star of the 21st century. Yep, big call, but music magazine Billboard has given the title to Beyoncé. They say her commercial success, performance abilities and critical acclaim gave her the edge over number 2 on the list, Taylor Swift.
Herzlich willkommen.
And finally, to a house in Germany that is packed to the rafters with Christmas trees. 605 in fact. Accompanied by 120,000 ornaments, 50,000 lights and plenty of stars. Of course, this is a new world record. Almost every room in the house is fair game, even the bathroom. Only 604 more to go. Oh, 603. We'll get there. We'll get there.